guys, it's Raul again, and today I'm going to be doing a video on representation and diversity within literature. So recently on social media there's been a discussion going on about diversity and the inclusion of diversity, and I know that it's a topic that's been going on for a while now, but recently it kind of emerged again and people started talking about it on a deeper level and a more intense level on Twitter. And being a male Hispanic, I feel like I need to definitely put in my input and talk about what the importance of diversity and including diverse characters into literature is, at least to me, being a diverse Hispanic male. Now, the first thing that I want to say about the topic is that until recently, I didn't really notice the importance of diversity within literature. I knew that it was something important, and I knew that it was something that people had been talking about and really passionate about, but it wasn't until recently that I realized how important it was to me to feel represented within literature, especially YA literature. And sometime this summer, I came to the realization that I like being represented within literature, and I know that there are so many people out there that have that same feeling and that want to feel that same feeling by being represented within literature, within their favorite genres and everything. The series that made me realize this was the Girl of Fire and Thorn series by Rae Carson, and this was the first probably fantasy book that I've read that made me feel like I could be a part of this world. Like, up until then, I enjoyed reading fantasy, I enjoyed reading a lot of different genres and everything, but it wasn't until I read this series that I came to realize that I wanted to be represented within this genre especially. And I know a lot of the people have been talking about certain authors and everything on social media that I'm not going to mention, but that they lack representation within their world, within their writing, and within their books and everything. And like I said, it's definitely a genre. I feel like fantasy is a genre where not a lot of people are represented. It's mostly white, thin, beautiful people, and we see that a lot, unfortunately, within YA literature, where a lot of our main characters are just white, thin, beautiful characters, and not much diversity is given to them. And it wasn't, like I said, until I read this series that I realized that it was a good feeling to feel represented. Now, you have this series, like the Girl of Fire and Thorn series, like I was talking about, where you have this heavily influenced Hispanic culture and characters, all of these things kind of surrounding this story, and it wasn't until I read it that I realized that I liked being represented within that, and I felt for the first time, at least in a fantasy book, that I could be a part of this world, that I could be a part of these characters, that these characters looked like I did, that they grew up probably in a culture that was similar to mine. And it definitely gave me that feeling of wanting to be represented more. Like, I know I've read a lot of different books, especially this year, that pertain to Hispanic authors and having Hispanic male characters. I've been doing this kind of ongoing series or project called the Latin American History Project that I've started on this channel, where I'm reading books pertaining to historical event revolving around Latin American history and everything. And it's definitely something that, like I said, I enjoy reading, and I've always enjoyed reading books by Hispanic authors because I always feel that there's something special about it. And it wasn't until now that it clicked to me and made me realize that the reason why I enjoy reading books by Hispanic authors so much is because I feel represented in their books all the time. I feel like I can connect with their characters in a deeper way. Their characters seem more like me. Another book that I realized how much I love, because of the connection that I was able to make to the main character, was The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde by Junot Diaz. And this story is not only a great story with great characters and everything, but I felt, like I said, that I was represented and I was able to connect in a deeper way with this main character than I was with any other main characters in other books that I've read, because he was also a male Hispanic. Now, you have all of these different elements that go into stories, and you have all of these different kind of things that make a great story. Even if it doesn't contain representation, I will enjoy it. If it has a great story and has great characters, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not bashing on authors who don't add representation or don't include representation within their stories and everything, because if you have a great story, it's a great story and it's fun to read. But like I said, there's a deeper feeling when it comes to adding representation within your books. I know that I'm not the only one who feels this way. If, I found a book that contained Hispanic characters and Hispanic main character that I was able to connect with, and I know that there are a lot of different people out there that yearn or desire to feel that way when it comes to their cultures or their sexuality or the way that they look physically, and wanting to connect with these characters in a deeper way, not just having a great time reading a book, but being able to connect because you feel like these characters could be you. You feel like you could be a part of this world because these people look and feel and act like you do. So because of these recent events and everything this year, I came to the realization that I want to read more diversely. And I like I said, I normally read diversely, but I want to make a conscious effort of including more diverse reads because of these feelings and these thoughts that I've had recently of being wanted to be represented within literature, especially within YA literature. It's sad to not be represented. And one of the most important reasons why diversity should be included within literature is because the world is diverse. We live in a world that has so many people of so many different backgrounds, and we need to be represented. It's a great feeling when we can get into a book and feel like we can connect with a character or with a story or their family members in a deeper way because they feel like us, because they are part of our culture, because they look like us. And it's a wonderful feeling and a sad kind of realization to know that there aren't that many books that represent someone like me. Definitely let me know what your thoughts are on this topic. I know that this is a very sensitive topic to a lot of people, but a lot of people are very passionate when it comes to diversity and including diversity within their reading, within their books that they're writing, or whatever it may be. Let me know down below what your thoughts are on this topic. I would absolutely love to talk to you guys about diversity and representation and everything within literature. And I know this is a very small part about diversity, but it was what kind of felt close to my heart with, culture and with male Hispanic characters and everything. And I know that there are so many different things that make a book diverse. This is what made me passionate about having diversity within books. So let me know what makes you passionate and what you guys would like to see represented within YA literature. I cannot wait to hear what your thoughts are on this subject and everything of diversity. Thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you all next time.